Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you my July setup, and I decided to do a beach theme for the month of July because I've been wanting to do a beach theme for like a really long time, but I thought July would be the perfect month to do that. And I accidentally deleted a little part at the beginning when I was drawing the ropes, but whatever. I don't know what happened. But anyways, for this first page, I decided to go with this quote that says, "The ocean's roar is music to the soul." So when I was getting inspiration on Pinterest, I seen like a bunch of different beach signs that are like wooden planks or like arrows like this. And I thought it would be perfect to put this quote like on this little hanging wooden sign. So yeah, I've never seen anybody do a bullet journal setup like this before. The only page that I kind of recreated is the page next to this quote that says July with the shells around it. But other than that, this whole bullet journal setup is my own ideas. So yeah, I'm actually really proud of how this whole setup turned out. This has to be my favorite setup that I've ever done. And this whole thing took like a week and a half between planning and drawing and coming up with all of my ideas because I wanted to make this look really cool and beachy. So it took like a couple days to draw out all of my little doodles, and then I had to film it and edit it and like everything, so it took like a really long time, but it was totally worth it because this is my favorite spread. So yeah, at first I was kind of struggling a little bit to decide like what colors I should use because some of the signs that I've seen were like really colorful and bold, but I kind of just wanted to go with like pastel beachy colors. So yeah, these were the colors that I chose to put all throughout the whole spread. So yeah, I really love how the first page turned out. Also, I really hope you like my whole background with all the shells and sea glass. If you remember my crystal bullet journal setup for April, I put like gemstones and crystals all around it. So yeah, I wanted to do the same thing for this beach setup. I thought it looked really cool, and I got most of these shells are all from Florida, and I think that sand dollar is actually from Japan because my grandma gave me that. But yeah, and then all the sea glass is from Wisconsin where I live. So yeah, we've collected a ton of shells, and all of our little treasures are from like different areas, which I think is really cool. And you'll probably see my cat walking on top of my journal throughout this video. I tried to edit out most of it, but I thought I would just leave some of it in because, yeah, just so you know, that is part of the reason why this video took so long to film, because between my cat and just everything, you probably know how that is if you have a dog or a cat, but yeah. I had to keep putting her outside, like in the cage or in the room whenever I would try to film because, yeah, she would just like sit right on top of my journal, and then her tail would knock like some of the shells off. And yeah, it was just really annoying. But she loves going outside anyways. So for this first page, I actually found this idea on Pinterest, and this was the only idea that I kind of recreated. I think the girl who came up with this idea is called Amanda Rach Lee. So you should go check her videos out because she does a lot of bullet journal videos. But yeah, this is the only page that I recreated, and I thought it was really cool. But I added some different shells, and I added bubbles to mine. I don't think she used bubbles on hers. Yeah, I really like this idea, so I tried to incorporate ropes and bubbles and shells throughout this whole spread, so you'll notice that. And I was deciding on like what color to use for the shells, but I just decided to go with this coral color because I thought it looked best. Originally I was gonna do blue, but I wanted to do blue for the bubbles, and I also didn't know if I was going to color the ropes or not, but I thought it looked best just white. So yeah, that was all that I did for that page. So for my monthly calendar spread, I started out by using this little ruler thing to draw it all out, but I kind of wanted these squares to be like a bubble in a way, like they're just like floating. So that's what I did, and I really like how it turned out. So this is kind of different from what my normal monthly spreads are like, but I really like how this turned out, and I incorporated the rope and all of the shells around it. But yeah, if you recreate this, you'll notice that this is very doodle heavy because I spent a really long time drawing out all of these shells and ropes and everything. That's what took the longest for me. So for the title, I actually just used my Tombow dual brush pen. So if you have a hard time with calligraphy, I find that using like the smaller tip to write it out first helps, and then going back through with the bigger tip to like darken the areas that are going down. I just recently started trying that out and it seems like it looks better. But yeah, also I just want to say sorry that this video is kind of on the longer side. I don't know if you guys mind longer videos, but I actually don't really mind long videos. I kind of enjoy watching these types of videos like in fast motion. It's just kind of satisfying to me to watch videos in fast motion, whether it's like cleaning or drawing, I don't know. So yeah, that's basically all I did for this page, and then I just colored all of the shells with that coral color again, and then I just used the blue color to like highlight all of the bubbles, and then I went along all of the squares as well. And yeah, that's all I did for this page, and I really like this page. It's just really fun. So for my habit tracker, I decided to do something different this time, and instead of just doing like the block square habits, I don't know what to call it, but anyways, I decided to go like long ways, like a rectangle kind of, and I thought this looked really nice for this particular theme. And I decided not to use the stamps this time like I did in my last setup, because that was just a mess and I didn't feel like dealing with it. And I thought this would look better, so that's what I did. And I actually just sped this part up because it took way too long, and I just cut out the part where I was writing all the numbers because that just takes a really long time, and this video was already pretty long. So yeah, that's what I did. And I thought it would be cute to just put a couple little seashells up at the top, and then I put all these little bubbles throughout the whole page. And yeah, I think it looks really cute, like it's under the sea. So that's all I did for my habit tracker. I just kept it really simple, and I decided to add a couple new habits this time too. I think I added, maybe I just added one new one. I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier lately because I tend to snack on certain things. So yeah, that's all I did for my habit tracker. So moving on to my mood tracker, I've seen a lot of people that use like a seashell for their mood tracker, and there was a couple different seashells I think you could do, but I just chose the main basic seashell because I thought it would work perfectly for my spread, since I'm using this particular seashell a lot throughout this whole spread. And I actually did this freehand without using any ruler to draw the seashell because it curves a lot, and I was like so nervous drawing this because I thought I would mess up. Oh, there's my cat again. She just loves to sit right on my bullet journal. But yeah, this page almost looks a little bit too plain, but whatever, it'll look colorful once I start coloring it in each day for my moods. Yeah, I was debating on whether to use blue or the pink color, but since I've been using that coral color for all of the shells, I just decided to use two different versions of pink. I first used the coral, and then I used the other pink color, and then I just combined the two in the middle to create a third color. So yeah, that's what I did because I only had two different pink colors to choose from. So moving on to my weekly spread. Now this page took a really long time to draw out. I'm not sure why, but it did. I think it was the ropes maybe, I'm not sure. Just drawing out the ropes on every single week. I did the other weeks off camera just because that takes way too long, and I always do those off camera. But this first week was a shorter week, so I decided to add a little sign at the end of the page just because it was empty and I thought it needed something. So I incorporated another one of those signs and I added a little quote on it. And this time I decided to add like these driftwood planks instead. Okay, I kind of feel like I'm losing my voice. Every time I film these bullet journal videos and I have to do a voiceover, my voice always gets like really weak towards the end of the video, like every single time. Maybe I'm not used to talking that much, but yeah, that's probably it. So I decided to incorporate the ropes into the weekly spreads, and I've never seen anybody do this before with the ropes for like the daily tasks. And then for the days of the weeks, I just added like these little planks above the ropes and then the dates down below. So after I drew everything all out, I still had some extra room at the bottom and I couldn't figure out what to put down there. So I came up with this really cool idea to add more of these signs because I was trying to incorporate that throughout the whole spread. And I decided to add like these arrow signs again, since when I was scrolling through Pinterest, I got a lot of my inspiration from like these signs that you see at the beach, and it showed a lot of these arrow signs. So I decided to add like a sign saying next week with an arrow pointing to like the planks. My hand is actually covering it right now, but you'll see once I finish drawing that. And then I added this other sign at the side, and I first added this quote since there was a lot of empty space and I thought it would look cute. And it just says, "Life is better at the beach." And then I added another sign underneath that saying notes, just in case I had any extra notes. I like to kind of jot things down once in a while. So yeah, I thought that was a really cool idea to add to my little weekly setup. And this page is a little bit different because this was a shorter week. As you'll see in the flip through, I didn't have that much room since there was like 6 of those rope thingies. I don't know what to call it. So I ended up just putting the next week and then the notes at the bottom for the other weeks because I didn't have room to put a quote on each of the pages. So this was a special week. And for the top, I really love this idea. I thought it looked really cool to like outline the bubble letter. And then I just added the little seashells and the bubbles throughout the whole page. And then I just used the same colors that I've been using throughout this whole setup. I just used the pastel colors, and yeah, I thought it looked really beachy. And then I also decided to go in and draw a little coral line through the days of the weeks on the little planks above the ropes. I thought that really added to it because it was looking a little plain right through the middle of the page and then like really colorful around it, so that really helped. And yeah, that was all that I did for the weekly setup. So now on to the flip through. I really hope you enjoyed this whole setup. this was by far my favorite setup I've ever done so far. I really enjoyed making this video for you guys. So I hope you liked it. Please give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!